up, guys? So it's Friday. Just knocked out some Black Friday shopping. We got a lot to do today. I'm gonna just go probably organize stuff today because I didn't realize my wife's sister's getting married tomorrow, and you know, weddings don't really stick in my brain like that. So she has to go over and help out, set up the wedding party or the hall and stuff or whatever today. So I have to watch my son. So I'm just gonna go over for a little bit, organize some things and see what I need. Also probably gonna take some pictures of all the external parts I pulled out of the engine, or that were pulled out of the engine, just so you guys can see what had happened to the engine. A lot of you guys want to know what's all this noise, the ticking coming from. We already know the ticking is coming from piston slap. That is definitely a piston slap issue. The ticking noise and all these 18s and 19s out there. Not sure of what's causing it though, if it's pistons or cylinder bore. My engine, before we sleeved it, only had about 600 miles on it, and plus I melted some pistons, so I already had cylinder scoring from melting the pistons. So it was really hard to diagnose any of the ticking noises. But from the previous teardowns on other engines of the 18, both found cylinder wall damage through, in cylinders 4 through 8. So we already know it's piston slap. Wrist pins are good, bearings are good, all that's good. It's a clearance between the piston and the cylinder wall. So, I know a lot of you guys want to really know. Unfortunately, I don't have the answer between the two, what is the cause. But I will send some pictures over. I'll take some video of the parts and the bent valves and all that jazz that we tore up out of the engine. I did get that back from L&M. And I just want to go over, like I said, and organize some things and make sure everything's there that I need. I got to get some coolant and stuff like that. And go from there. Alright, so we're not going to do too much today. Probably just gonna move some stuff around in here. We got this camper in here. We had to put, the roof was leaking, so we had to fix the roof. Had the guys over here the other day fix the roof on the camper, so that's got to get out of here. We need to open this up a little bit. My basic plan is today is get the motor in the cradle under the car, hopefully with the transmission connected, and then we'll go from there. That's my goal for today. That way I can start dressing the motor. I want to show you guys the parts that were pulled out of the engine. A little dark over here. So here's my stock pistons. Okay. Here's all the stock hardware for the crank and bottom end. Here's my bent valves. So I got 8 bent valves, 2 cylinders, caused by number 4 and number 5.
Did you tell them all this is going to Murphy's Law? I'm making a push-rod Coyote motor.
There's the 2 plugs that came out of there. I pulled them and straightened them out. They got pretty melted. Motor leaned out. Had some pre-detonation, overheating. Popped the fucking tops. So now we put diamond pistons in the new motor, and we went with some Manley rods. The compression stayed 12-1. We changed the harmonic balancer. It's the stock one. Here's the oil pump gears. These are the stock oil pump gears. Okay. And like I said, the valves. Let's see if we get some of these valves out of here. Let's see. feel it. Well, the piston came apart. You see the piston on there? It's all coming in. Yeah, we're gonna need that to set the motor up into the cradle.
Here?
Yeah. Piston came apart and obviously went out the valves and came apart all inside the cylinder, banged around on the valves and tore some stuff up. So 2 cylinders, 4 exhaust and 4 intake valves were replaced. Replaced all the guides and all the spring top caps and spring retainers, and so we're pretty much set up, man. Like I said, everything's inside the engine, the diamond pistons, and crank is stock. It's the stock crank. It is forged. It's good. They can handle significant power. Stock crank. Change the bearings out, and yeah, balanced everything. Put it all back together. So, like I said, I know a lot of you guys wanted to see this stuff. When I posted the last video of the engine build and the pickup, I kind of really wanted to put some of this in here, but I didn't really have the time to throw it in the video, or actually I didn't make any of the footage, or I would have put it in. So to answer a lot of your questions, this is the removed parts from the 2018 3rd Gen Coyote. I'm going to order 2 new plugs. These plugs only have about 150 miles on them. We're going to keep them. They're in good condition or not. They look okay. They don't look like they're heated up at all. It just seems like we leaned out in 2 cylinders. So, and it makes sense because of where the cylinders were located, 4 and 5, both on the end of each rail. So, all right, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe. Stay tuned. We're going to do this engine install in parts, like part 1, part 2, because this is, we got a lot of stuff to do here. But not only do we have to put the engine back in the car, we have to put the turbo kit back on it, everything. So there's a lot to it. It's not just throwing the engine up. And the turbo kit alone took us 4 or 5 days. So, but also that was also the first install on an 18 turbo kit. So obviously the second install is always a little faster because you've been through all the hard spots and you know what you need to do. So stay tuned, like and subscribe. Follow the build, drop a comment. Hoping to have this car done within the next, I don't know, let's say by the end of the month. Be really sweet to be able to take this thing down the track. I'm really excited to go around the corner and fill up on some E85 at the gas station. We just got the new E85 gas station. Got to stop the hop. We got to put the braces in still. That's actually off a little bit. We got to put the supports in. I really wanted to order a new sway bar for the front because this thing is really up in there and it's just so accessible right now. But I can't get one in time to put the motor back in. I was looking, I was on Beefcake's website and everything is just, I'll have the motor in the cradle before I get any of the parts. So I decided just to hold off. So stay tuned, guys. Like I said, like and subscribe. God bless. What's up, guys? So as you just seen in the time lapse, we got a lot done. There was a lot of stuff that had accumulated around the car since we last, wrenched on it. So we had to really clean up the area. I really wanted to clean the area up, make sure everything was neat. You know what I mean? A good mechanic is also a very clean mechanic. So it's something I was always taught as I was growing up, and it is such a true statement. So I just want to make sure that the area was clean, everything was organized. We got a lot done, as you just probably seen in the time lapse. Didn't get the motor in the cradle or anything like that, but we're pretty much set up for that. So hopefully tomorrow we'll start putting the motor in the cradle, trans, and then dressing the engine, and then keep on pushing through it. Thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe. I can't even talk. God bless.